Hey baddies, welcome to Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing your monthly predictions. This one's going to be for August. Help, it's August. Yeah, so take a deep breath. August has some really crazy energy. We have Chiron in retrograde for the next 5 months. We have this crazy Mercury in retrograde in Leo finishing up. Then we have several planets still in retrograde, so the energy is very crazy and chaotic for August. All right, so stay with me. We're going to get into it in this pick a card, and I'll see y'all on the other side.
The demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's wonderful to have you. I hope you will stick around. Welcome in, welcome in. And if you're a returning subscriber or member, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I deeply appreciate you being here. I want to just shout out my members for a moment. There are several videos I'm working on. I've recorded quite a few things, and they just need to be edited, and I ran out of juice. My lupus said, no, you need to lay down. And so I did. So I have some editing to do. I am working on a very special project for the Coven. It's something I have never done on my channel before. So it's taking me a while to figure out how to do it. And I also channeled Lilith embodied for the first time on camera, and I haven't looked at that yet, so I don't know when I'm going to. I have an older Come Smoke With Me video. It's about 10 days old that I need to edit for Baddies and Buds, and I have a pick a card for Baddies and Buds. So I have several things that I need to go through and edit and things like that. So it's coming. Okay, I just ran out of juice. You know, lupus sometimes just says no, go to bed. And so I did. And I know you guys understand, but I just wanted to tell you there's some things in the bin we're working on, meaning me, all by myself. But you're on my mind, and you're definitely in my drafts. All right. So today the deck I'm using it for the pick a card is the Notaria. I believe that's how you say it. Can y'all see it? It is a beautiful deck. It is aligned with angels, angelic frequency, but there's a lot of nudity in it, so it makes it hard for me to use it on camera. So but we have 3 cards from this beautiful deck. I was guided to select these cards, and they are going to align with the energies for you for August. Now listen, I'm going to tell you something. There is deep shadow work coming. I know. I'm sorry. I know that's enough to make people crash out. I get it. I'm there. I'm with you. I just went through a whole bunch of shadow work myself. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So I'm with you. Chiron is in the microwave. Okay? It just literally went in the microwave, I do believe. It's in retrograde. What that means is all of us are going to be doing shadow work in some form over the next 5 months. Okay? It's deep. It's collectively. Okay? It's healing. Say it with me now. This is going to be healing. It's deep. It's over the holidays. It is fall into winter. Okay? It is going to be coming through next spring. So there's going to be an emergence, a rebirth here. Okay, so this reading, I've pulled certain cards. I've pulled from my emotional oracle. When I pull the emotional oracle, I kind of get the vibe that, hey, there's some healing going on. So I just want to let you know that I've already got the vibe of shadow work. We will be pulling on money this month. I try to pull on money monthly because I know people are struggling. And I would like to say that it's just going to get better overnight, but hang in there. Like the kitty cat poster. Okay, we're just all going to hang in there together. It's going to be okay. And here's the thing. I said this last month. I'm going to say it again. Okay. Beans, rice, and tortillas, you can survive on that. Okay. Throw a little grain in there and you have protein. Okay. It may not be what you want, but it will sustain you. All right. Because, hey, if you have cheese, you can do so much with that, right? We may have to be a little creative sometimes with our resources, but we can get through it, okay? One thing your Auntie A knows how to do is survive, okay? I know how to survive, so if you're having a hard time, let me know. Drop it down below if you have a question, because I was in a relationship. I was married to somebody who was in the military for a very long time. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but they don't really take care of people in the military very well. And so I learned how to make do and how to take care of people with nothing. Nothing. Okay, absolutely zero. All right, so it can be done. You have probably more resources than you think. I want to reassure you that things are not as bad as what they appear, okay? And I say this as somebody who has been bedbound for 6 years and got out of bed all by themselves, okay? I've counted pennies to put gas in my gas tank, okay? I'm legit, all right? I'm there with you. Before we begin this reading, okay, because I feel like it might be super deep. I just want you to know. I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes, you know what? You gotta laugh. You have to. Sometimes when I can remember things like when the penny situation, when literally we went in and we counted the pennies. The banks were closed. It was like a holiday or something. They took the pennies because it was a military town, and they knew. But they kind of looked at us like, could you at least roll them? No, we don't have money to buy the things to roll them up. We have babies in the car. You know, but that kind of compassion is getting harder and harder to find, right? But we got to take care of each other. And I think in August, that compassion, I feel like it's going to be harder to show because all of us may be going through stuff. So if we can just be compassionate to one another in August, that's growth. Okay. That's a lot of growth. But we're going to get into it, and I'm going to show you the cards. Okay, your first card is Justice, and the angel is Mihel. I believe that's how you pronounce their name. I'm trying not to get you a reflection. Mihel, I believe. And this is Justice for group 1. Ooh, that feels powerful, doesn't it? Okay. Group 2, you are the moon, and this is Haua. Haua. I don't know. Haua. My mouth doesn't want to make the sound. It's the moon. Hana. Okay, it's that name. It's the moon. And this beautiful angel. For group 2, I'll show them again. Okay. And then group 3, you are the magician. And this is Mama. Okay, so we have Justice, we have the moon. I'll hold them right here and try not to get the reflection, and then we have the magician. I'm trying not to get the reflection. Can y'all see them? Maybe if I... Woo! That's a little better. Oops, I can't see all of them. Okay, I think that might work. I will also insert a little video for you guys to see, to take a minute to see them better and meditate if you'd like. And if you're drawn to more than one group, there may be more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey Group 1, all of you that selected Justice, this is going to be your reading all about your predictions for the month of August. Or help, it's August. Just take a deep breath, okay? We have a lot of planets in retrograde in August. We have our Mercury retrograde finishing up. And we have our friend Chiron the healer in retrograde. So a lot of retrograde energy. But you have the card of justice here. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So let's get into the energy of August for you. Now keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I'm trying to get your cards. Okay, we're going to start off with the emotional impasse. This is the impasse oracle. I call it the emotional oracle, I think. It's the impasse oracle. Okay. Ooh, they're already wanting to come out. Okay. Tell me about my group 1 for the month of August. Tell me about my group 1 for the month of August. You guys might want to see me shuffle the cards. I'll hold them a little higher. Tell me about my group 1s. This one caught air, so let's see. Alchemizing confusion into clarity. Okay, so let's see if we can focus in a little bit. That's powerful. Clarity can bring you justice in the month of August, and a lot of us are in this area of our lives where we're very confused, you know. And it may be a sign for you to slow down if you're really confused. It may be a sign of burnout, and many people are feeling burnout right now. Transforming empathic absorptions. Lots of transformation here. Tell me more. Tell me more. This one right here, we have generating dynamic confidence. Okay, so there's healing. There's a healing of self going on. This is your justice. This is part of your justice, okay? It's a deep clearing, a confusing and chaotic energy going on in August. A moment perhaps of clarity that helps you see the truth in a situation. Tell me more about what we're clearing here, what we're transforming, okay? We have hiding your true self. There may be a situation where you feel like you have to mask yourself, or you may be becoming more aware of how you have to, or you've had to mask yourself in situations where you haven't stood up for you. You haven't been there for yourself. And that's what this retrograde energy, there's so many themes going on right now. But the one thing about our friend, Mr. Chiron, is massive healing. Okay, Aries and Chiron has all the energies of the wounded warrior. Okay, had enough of that. I don't know about you, but I've had enough of that. And I believe my Chiron is actually in Aries. So yay! It's about poverty. It's about lack. It's about um, having to always kind of be a warrior in your life over certain circumstances. And these next few months are going to be a healing time where you kind of need to go with the flow. You need to allow the healing to happen. And I know the cardinal signs are just so thrilled about this. We have pride, atonement of errors on top. Ooh, okay. So perhaps a course correction. Okay. Perhaps a realignment happening for you in August. Let's pull some money cards. Let's get some money cards. Let's get 3. Tell me about my group 1's money. Okay. We have a major phase in your life is ending. Embrace the newness. So it feels like you're healing a sense of lack. Okay. And you may have been stuck in a cycle of rethinking and you may find yourself in August going over and over and rethinking bad choices, bad decisions, bad fights, what you could have said, woulda, shoulda, what you could have, woulda, shoulda done. These kind of recollections, these aren't always fun because we often see how we have not lived up to the truth of ourselves, how we have let ourselves down, and how we have been in our own way. And in that respect, we block our own justice. Okay, so getting clear on how we can be our own biggest enemies. Okay, now that doesn't mean you haven't had outside conflict, because you have. And sometimes it's hard to come to terms with the outside conflict, because a lot of times the outside conflict is from people you love. And that can be really difficult. Let's get some more cards here on career and I was going to say career and love, but it's career and money. Silence, moving and silence while you continue to build. Yeah, if you start making plans, don't tell anybody. Okay, you may have a looky-loo around you in August. You may have a sneaky Sammy or someone who's a busybody wanting to get into your money business. Okay, watch it. We have unlocking. What was locked can now be opened. So what was once you might have felt hidden from you, something that you could not attain, something that you could not touch, something that was not for you but perhaps for others, becomes unlocked. It becomes unsealed. It opens for you. This may be the clarity. This may be the moment of awareness where your perspective changes and you begin to see the road that was closed is now open for you. And there is a transforming of your empathic absorptions going on. A realizing that a lot of the blocks that you've had, a lot of these thoughts, they don't originate with you. Okay, they originate with other people. I'm getting a high pitch ringing. They originate from the people around you who are placing these thoughts upon you because those thoughts have been placed upon them, and so on and so on. When you understand that these blocking thoughts, these limiting thoughts, these negative thoughts, these programs that run in our brain over and over telling us that we can't, you won't, look at the world, there's no way you can do those things. Those kind of thoughts really feed the system. And it's time for you to come on out of the system. It's time for you to be a glitch. It's time for you to shake it up. Shake it up in your life, shake it up in the people around you, their life too. Because when you shake up your life, you shake up other people. Sometimes waking up is like a glitch to other people. Is this who you really are? Is this what you really want to do? Yes, it is. This is who you really are. You've unlocked this key, this door, this gate. And it feels like there is so much alchemizing here. There's so much transmutation going on and understanding of where you were to where you're going, if you get my drift. It's like some clarity coming in after a very confusing time, almost like you've had amnesia for 2 years or whatever. And all of a sudden, boom, I know why I did this. I know why I'm here right now. I know what I'm going to do. I know that I know. I am that I am. And I know that I know. And I'm here to do. I'm here to be. I'm here to breathe. I'm here to see. It's a beautiful thing, Group 1. Because in this is your justice. You rising, you aware, you really connecting to the truth of yourself. No longer hiding and unlocking these secret portals, these gateways within yourself, and beginning to dream again. And listen, there's a lot of people right now who are losing the ability to dream because the dragon of oppression is just screaming down their throats. And the wonderful thing about human beings is our imagination. And our imagination is like a bridge to magic. You can manifest so much with your imagination if you'll only be willing to dream. And for you guys, I feel like dreaming is very important. If you haven't dreamed about a future, if you haven't thought about a future, do it. Dream it into being. You've unlocked the gate. Okay? So now it's time to create what's at the end of that road. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it looks like? Do you know what it feels like? Do you know who's at the end with you? What do you drive on the road? Do you drive it? Do you walk it? What house do you live in down there? All kinds of wonderful questions. Peace. Oh, could we all use a little peace now? Just a sense of peace. Find this in August as much as you can. Seek it often. Seek a middle ground because there are absolutely agents of chaos walking amongst us. And they absolutely intend to cause chaotic things to happen. I'm not going to go into detail, but you get my drift. Okay. Seek peace with your family. Also, there's something here about olive oil. Some of you guys may need to start using olive oil, okay, or olives. If that's you, you know. Okay. I use olive oil for food and stuff, so it's really good for you. Let's get some more cards here. Oh, this wants to come out. We have clarity again. Boom. You are getting clear on something really important. If you have had confusion, if you have been conflicted, if you have in any way felt chaotic, which who hasn't, in August, you're going to get some clarity. It's going to be so on the mark. Let's get some tarot. Tell me about this clarity. Tell me about the clarity in the month of August. It's going to bring you peace, this clarity. No matter which way the clarity is for you, it's going to bring you peace. This is mint, and mint can also be used in money magic. So again, there's talk here of unlocking and a time of loss being over. So let's get into the tarot. Okay. Tell me about this clarity. These three want to come out. I didn't hold it up high enough, but you get my drift. We have the World. She's wearing a bikini, y'all. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. Something stealing your energy. You have a siphoning of your energy. My hair is probably sticking up, sorry. It feels like there's something that's been siphoning your energy. All right? Tell me what's been siphoning the energy of my group one. This is what you're getting clarity on. Somebody's stealing money from you, time from you, love from you. This also could be a message on you becoming more strategic about your money, your savings. We have the Magician and the High Priestess. Boom. Okay, look. This is a divine couple. Okay. High Magician and High Priestess. Like, this is not just a, like, twin flame. Okay, which, I don't like that label. But this is a super divine counterpart. Like, they're both very highly vibrational. Okay, they both know magical things. They both have high skill. They're a match. Okay, they're a match. This is also feminine and masculine and feminine energy coming into balance. Your ability to see the truth on what is taking from you and what is giving to you. And, I'm noticing here how I've laid these down is this Seven of Swords is kind of moving away from the world, as if someone is trying to keep you from moving forward. Someone's like, let's keep them over here, and kind of this lack and kind of this worry and grief, so they can't move on, they can't move, they can't go anywhere. This could be at work, it could be in a relationship, but there's just this energy of, we're going to keep you stuck. This could be somebody, this could even be like spell work, or someone, a narcissist. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, okay? I'm just a woman with a gift, and I'm sharing it with you, all right? I'm not a person who can diagnose somebody, but there's been definitely energy that's been moving you away from this portal of change, portal of opportunity, portal of movement, portal of becoming. And I don't think it's because you haven't been working hard enough or you haven't put in the effort. I don't think it's none of that. I think there's been some kind of block here, some kind of active distraction, and it may be subconscious. Okay, but here's the thing. All guides are on board. Okay, you have a lot of backup here now. It's like people showing up for you. It's like guides, yourself, your people. No, not that card. Wrong card. It's like people showing up for you to help you get through this portal, get to the portal. It's as if the winds of change begin to blow in your life. And I feel like the clarity that you're going to receive is about this, is about the drain on your energy, about who's been blocking you, about who doesn't have good intentions for you. This could be at work. You may receive some kind of communication. You may receive some kind of information, or you just may have a moment of clarity that's like, okay, now I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing. It's going to be different for each one of you, but we're going to get some more information. Tell me more about the World, the Magician, and the High Priestess. What is going on here? Okay, I want to take this one. We have the Ace of Wands. Boom. That's good stuff. We're going to take this one. We have the Six of Wands. Victory. This new cycle, this move, this change of job, this new perspective, you have manifested victory. Victory, inspiration, energy, vitality, a moment where you're going to be able to feel really good. But, it comes at the price of being willing to see the truth, okay, about what's good for you and what has been draining you or what has been a block. Okay, we're going to pull on that. So we see that victory, inspiration, creative ideas are going to flow. You're going to feel very inspired, and it's going to create a lot of victory for you. But let's go and let's clarify the Seven of Swords on the Four of Pentacles here. I feel like a lock in money. We have the Six of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like there's going to be some kind of message that comes in for you. Okay. Like I said, it could be from a person, like literally a message, an email, a text, a phone call, or to your face. Okay. It could be in the form of a review. Okay. This could also be personal. I'm getting a lot of different things here. Okay. But however this reads for you, it really feels like the clarity is going to help you move on. Okay. It's not perfect. This isn't like happy, happy times. It's not perfect. Okay. But you do get motion. As you get motion forward, it feels like things begin to manifest. Clarity comes through. And you know the way. You know what you're doing. You know where you're going. We have inspiration and the portal opening, okay, to victory, all right? But I in no way, shape, or form want you to think that this is easy, okay? Because it's not. And I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm trying to make something sound easy, because this is hard. There is truth that has to be seen for you to have this justice, this victory, this portal of change, this movement, okay, this literal move for some of you, travel, trip, whatever this is going to feel like justice. It's going to be your justice. Rewards. It's going to be happy. And it's being unlocked, okay, in August. For some of you, you might actually feel this in August. You might actually have a moment where you're like, oh, I feel good. I feel good. But there is work going on. It's ongoing. And the energy in August is a little rough. Like I said in the opening, it's a little rough, y'all. So, there's just so much chaotic energy that we have to listen to our intuition about everything, pretty much. Go with your gut. And we have to be wise with our money. So be strategic with your money, okay? Let's get a few more cards here for my group one. Tell me more about my group one here. Okay, we have, they talk about you behind your back. Boom. There's some clarity, if you're wondering. They do talk about you behind your back, okay? Maybe you already knew that. You just wanted some, All right, tell me more about my group one. Tell me more. We have Palo Santo, smooth, spicy aroma, clears out negative energies, instills calm and relaxation, fills your home with joy and harmony. Okay, so you may need to do some home clearing. Okay, some people practice that. They do a big cleansing once a month at the end of the month before the beginning of the month starts. Some people do it at the beginning of the month. Some people do it twice a month, where they just clear out with incense. They do floor washes. They wash their walls or their front door. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Okay, that I feel like you would benefit from a house cleansing, like spiritual cleansing. Okay, so put on some cleansing music, like crystal bowls would be helpful, and get some incense. You can do lemongrass, you can do dragon's blood, or you can do whatever is the thing you go to for cleansing in your paradigm. Okay, unexplained body welts, bruises, and scratches. Well, what's that all about? What is going on? Okay, well, we have to find out. Tell me what this is about. Tell me why this is here. Why is the unexplained body welts and bruises and scratches? I feel like this is part of your shadow work, okay? Just straight up, I'm going to tell you that. This is probably, I'm not going to get into this. I'm not going to get too deep into this. This is deep shadow work, okay? This card right here. And we're just going to leave that there, and I'm going to tell you that this may be, for some of you, the deep, deep shadow work that you're going to be entering for the next probably about 5-6 months. Healing some of the intense issues you might be have faced in your life, and perhaps you haven't really been able to truly heal it because life, right? Sometimes we have to kind of put things on the back burner and go about our life. And it feels like this is going to come to the forefront for you. It's going to heal your sense of self. It's going to make you feel better about who you are in the world. And it's going to help you have a bigger voice. Your throat chakra is going to get some healing over the next few months as well. You might try some throat chakra healing music. Also, Tibetan throat singing is beautiful, and I have found it very helpful for opening up my throat chakra. Yeah, so let's just get some few more cards here. This one fell. We have moon, phases, cycles, intuition. So you're definitely coming to the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. I feel like August is, you're in different places depending on where you are, but it feels like a bridge, kind of like a bridge to a new chapter. And the ticket is clarity. Okay, that's how you get on the train to go to the next place is you got to have that clarity ticket, and that's what you're getting to. Tell me more about this. Follow your intuition. I cannot tell you this enough. Follow your intuition. We have mint. You got mint again. Okay. Abundance, persistent, proliferation. Okay. Abundance is here. Proliferation, persistence. Okay. Do not give up. If you have given up on some of your dreams, group one, rethink the plan. Dream a new dream again. Don't be afraid to dream. All right, let's get one more. What else do we have for my group one? The top one. We have snow. Rest, contemplate. Be sure to spend some time in August, slow down, and reflect. Be quiet. Be still. It will be a challenge because the world, okay? The world is going to be very chaotic. I would love to tell you that we're going to have peace and calm, but we're not. We're not going to see that for a while. We're going to continue to have almost daily things happen. And what we all have to learn is that we are the lighthouse. We are the calm. It is us. It's not something that someone gives to us. We are the peace. We are the calm. Okay? And it's hard to be that. But understand that when we decide that's what we are, we can begin to not only be that, but we radiate that. And when you radiate those things to the collective, it interacts with that energy. Now, it's not fakery. We're not faking the peace. First, you have to seek the peace before you can radiate it. You have to spend time with peace, and you have to begin to understand what is the difference between peace and stagnation. And do I take peaceful times as stagnating times because I'm used to chaos in my life constantly because of everything I've been through? What does peace really feel like? What is it like to nurture myself? What is it like to say no? What is it like to make time for me? What can I do to stop myself from burning out? And I'm going to tell you something. If you're a parent, this is very, very important. Okay. If you are a caregiver, this is very, very important. And it's going to be more important because the stress is going to continue. But the kids still need mommy and daddy and parents. Okay. Same with our loved ones who are caring for. So you have to start making time for yourself. And this is something that has come up every month for, I don't know, 3, 4 months. And it's true. They are trying to actively burn you out. I can't say it any clearer. With fear, with chaos, with worry, with lack, with distance between us, all. So we have to actively gather ourselves and know that we're not distant. We're not that much distance from each other. We're all experiencing similar things, feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling overwhelmed, feeling lack, feeling sick, feeling tired, feeling frustrated. We're not all that different from one another, but they want us to think so. So the best gifts you can give yourself, Group 1, in August is peace, tranquility, and time. It feels like this is going to bring you a great gift of clarity and a message that's going to help you move through a portal of change, a portal of opportunity. It's going to unlock some doors, some roads for you, maybe even the door to a car. Your auntie sure needs one, so hey. All right, you guys, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and uh, informative reading. What is wrong with me? Nothing. It's the same old, same old. And if it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of our tribe, my tribe, the channel's tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. All of you that selected the moon, this is going to be your reading all about your monthly predictions for August. Help, it's August. So you have the moon here, which is about intuition, illusion, dreams. It's very Neptune-y to me, the moon. Even though it's a moon, it feels very Neptune-y like to me. A lot of Pisces energy as well coming through as I feel this card. So I'm reading it kind of intuitively as well. So we're going to find out what August looks like for you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Okay, so where shall we start? Right here. Okay. What is in store for my Group 2 for August? I think your intuition, I think you're building and growing your intuition in August. Tell me more about this. Building and growing of the intuition. Tell me about the building and growing of intuition for August for my Group 2. Okay, we have portal, originality, idealism, progression. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed. We like that. Progression. Okay, let's get another card here. Tell me more about my Group 2 for the month of August. We have Owl, wisdom, independent thinking, enlightenment. Oh, The Lilith energy here with the owl. Also Artemis as well. Diana. I'm feeling very, the Titans. The Greek Titans as well. Okay, we have quite a few of these cards that came out. So we have the Pack. Inner Work. Deep Connection. Soul Tribe. I feel like you're trying to manifest people in your life, situations. You may be pulling on soul connections. There's strings here. Prosperity, wealth, contentment, abundance. And we have shadow, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions. Ooh. Well, that feels deep, y'all. That feels really deep. It feels like there is so much to uncover in August. And group one had blocks to abundance, blocks to different things. And I feel shadow work here, revealing blocks to abundance, blocks to the internal work of self-knowledge, of independent thinking. And I feel like for a lot of you, you may feel almost like you're not whole in yourself. And this may be a subconscious thing where you don't feel quite together, like you can't get it together. I can't get it together. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go. I'm so confused and so overwhelmed by the world. And I want you to know your feeling is valid. A lot of people feel this way right now in the world because it's crazy. And you just have to do your best to stay as balanced as possible. And for a lot of people, it means slowing down. You can't be highly stressed all the time and run 1,000 miles per hour. Okay. The human vessel doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And it feels like there is a need to release idealism here, perfectionism, how things have to work out a certain way or they're not right. If we don't do it this way, it's not okay. Sometimes we have to reflect and figure out what is most important. It doesn't have to always be perfect. Sometimes we have to consider everyone and everything involved, and we have to hopefully keep as many people as happy as possible while also doing the things that make us happy, right? And fulfill our own goals and dreams while also hopefully helping other people achieve their own personal balance. Now, the truth is that doesn't happen that often. And ultimately, your choice is, are you going to be loyal to yourself or others? What have you learned in the last 2 years? Have you learned your worth? Do you know who you are? Have you removed enough masks? Have you removed enough false sense of self to know the truth of who you are? Have you removed the need for perfectionism? Do you still say terrible things to yourself because you aren't perfect? Maybe you think your nose is too big, or your hair is the wrong color, or you're too old or too young, or you think you're not intelligent or not pretty enough or handsome enough, or whatever it is. And I want to tell you something, that you already have the world, the system, judging you. It's already set upon that goal of judgment of you. Why would you join in on that? They want you to join in on it. They want you to be your own worst enemy. But instead, choose to love who you are right now. Boy, they hate that. The powers that be, the system, whatever. It hates that. Because that's the kind of self-love they can't take away. It's very empowering. When you know self, you trust self, you trust your gut, you trust your intuition, okay? You begin to lean into that in a very intense way. And the relationship between intuition, spiritual self, and your 3D human body vessel self begins to have a very interesting dance where you begin to feel your divinity here and understand your bigger connection with the world. It changes your perspective. When you begin to see things manifest in your life, you see it around you, you see spirit talking to you through this system, this false architecture. And you begin to see the soul in people through all the illusion. It's very empowering. And it really helps you know who you are. It also helps you achieve a kind of illumination. An illumination not only of yourself, but of your life, of the people in your life. It really helps you see what you don't want anymore. And there are many people that are in lives that they have outgrown because you have moved forward into spiritually, multidimensionally, you have moved forward into a different circumstance. Not better, not worse, just a different circumstance. Mentally, spiritually, metaphysically. And it can be hard to kind of be here and see people clinging to these very archaic ideas, and they're kicking up even more. But as you see and are illuminated by more and more of this falseness, your path in your life will begin to unfold. Group 1 had a little bit of this going on. I feel like there has been a lot of pressure put on Group 2 to be a certain way of perfectionism. And it feels like some of this work involves releasing the need to be perfect, releasing the need to have a certain image or to behave a certain way. And this is hard because this is one of the ways they keep you imprisoned. They keep you shackled to the buying, the borrowing, the storing up, the capitalism, the massive debt, the things, because you buy all the things and then you got to put the things in things to keep the things. And it's a lot of things. It's a lot of stuff. There's things. And when you get quiet and still with yourself, you start to realize I'm not buying things out of need or even joy. I'm buying them to fill up a place within me, or I'm buying them to create a sense of perfectionism. I have a beautiful home with beautiful furniture and a beautiful house and beautiful things, and I'm still doing it. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. Okay. The problem comes when we're buying or doing or seeking this validation for ourselves through things because you're never going to get it through things, because there's always a better thing. There's always more money, which is just paper, by the way, that we have decided has value. Okay, tell me more about my group 2. Inner work, deep connection, soul tribe. This is really what it's about for you. People. People that you have a deep connection to. We're talking past life, future life, multidimensional life kind of people. People who know you and will enjoy being around you and won't judge you harshly for getting oneself. It's so easy. It's so easy to be in this position where we don't honor ourselves anymore. We become kind of an image that we have created of ourselves for society purposes, because that's what we're all supposed to do. We're all supposed to, graduate high school, go to college, get a job, have a family, do the thing, and we all get in our cars at 7 in the morning and we go to work, and we're all pretty much in the same position of a lot of us unfulfilled by that, because it never stops. And there's never room for anything else, because there's never enough time in the day. Do you think that's an accident? Do you think that the stress and the turning of the screw is an accident now? No. No. It's all by design. And what's happening here is there's a lot of people waking up. Mass awakening. Yes, some people are saying they're not waking up anymore. Yes, they are. And the people who are waking up right now are in complete, it's like a deer in headlights. Like, holy, what is going on? Help me. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's that kind of panic. And now we're going through some serious shadow work as a collective, individually, for many of us. Some of us have been doing this a long time, so we're at a different place. And we're at a place where we can help those who are going through radical changes at a incredible pace. That's what I see here for group 2. You may never have experienced this before, where something like this may have taken you months, even years. You're going to do this in a matter of weeks, maybe less. And it really is a clearing and a healing of your image, your sense of self-oppression, your need to be a cookie cutter, your need to enforce perfectionism around in your life, at work, in your family, with yourself. It's a shifting of how you see things, and understand that the perfectionism that you have, the idealism that you have, this picture perfect postcard that you have, my sweet, sweet darling, is a lie. It's an illusion. It does not exist. It never has. It's a fairy tale. And unfortunately, we live in times where, yes, it's wonderful to dream. And I told group 1 to dream, yes. But when your dreams turn into nightmares of perfectionism, idealism, and they don't have anything left in them that ring true, that's a nightmare. That is someone who is a square trying to fit into a round hole. It is a nightmare trying to force yourself in that peg hole. It just doesn't happen. Do you feel me? Do you feel that? You are who you are. And no amount of, of projecting a certain image or idealism is going to change that. Believe me, I've lived this. I understand. Idealism and perfectionism will keep you from attaining your dreams and success. It can be a method of self-sabotage where you keep yourself kind of paralyzed by this overwhelming need for everything to be perfect. If everything's perfect and everything's in control, everything's good. Even if I'm miserable, it appears that everything's good. And if it appears that everything's good, then it's good. Right? Even though I feel like crap. Still, it's good though, because everybody says it's good. It's supposed to be good like this, remember? Let's get some money cards. Tell me about money for my group 2. Tell me about money. I'm not going to ignore there's a prosperity card here. So we're going to pull on this prosperity. Follow your intuition. Follow your spirit guides. Because there's wealth, abundance, and contentment here. But you got to let go. You have to let go of this need for things to be a certain way. Maybe you think your money has to come in a certain way. I have a hair on my arm. Maybe you think money has to come in a certain way. Or your career has to come in a certain way. Or you have to get hired for a certain job. Or it has to be a certain way. You are limiting yourself. You're limiting what you can do, what's available to you. Don't do that. Think outside the box. Give the universe, God, your guides, ancestors, whatever you work with, give them a chance. Take off. Things will take off much sooner than you expected. Ask for help. Health. Some situations that need resolution will be resolved and healed. You're healing something around health. It could be mental health, physical health. I feel like it's the sense of self. You may have been pretending. Please tell me you're not doing this. If you are pretending like you feel okay, but you don't, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Do you hear me? Stop it right now. Get yourself seen about, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. You're going to make me tell you why, okay? Because I put off seeing about myself. And you know what happened to me? I collapsed. And I ended up in bed for 6 years with lupus. Don't be Auntie Amy. Don't do what I did. Go to the doctor. Go get yourself seen about, okay? Take care of your health. Health is wealth. Listen to me. Health is wealth. Take it from someone who is chronically ill. Your health is your wealth, okay? If you are not well, it's very hard to make other things happen. So you are important. And you may think, well, I don't want to bother people. It's probably nothing. It probably is nothing. But it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and get that seen about, okay? It's part of taking care of yourself. It's part of releasing yourself from having to pretend like everything's okay, okay? It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to get mad. It's okay for you to be in position. It's okay for you to be a bother. Okay, this whole thing about I don't want to bother people, bother them. People love you, bother them. This one. We have life purpose. You will have new ideas and inspiration that will guide you to your divine calling. There we go. You're lining up. You are lining up. It feels like in August, I felt this in group 1. It just feels like there is major healing and awareness is happening in August. That's going to allow people to see pathways to abundance, pathways to true healing. This isn't surface healing. This is deep. This is soul healing. The soul healing will radiate outwards and it will help make changes in your life because you will vibrate differently. And when you vibrate differently, some things can't stay. And I would say The things that make you feel insecure about yourself, the things that don't make you feel good about who you are, those things probably can't stay. And for some of you, I know that's hard to hear. The moon is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I love the moon. Luna. Ah, Selene. Ah, so wonderful. Nyx, Lilith. I love all the underworld goddesses and the moon and night and all these beautiful things about the moon. But the moon also holds illusion. And I feel like for many of you, part of your blockage has been that you fool yourself. And for many of you, you give people too much credit. You're still trying to live up to the standards that other people have set for you that are not realistic, and they don't honor who you truly are. And you've probably continued to apply these standards throughout your life, even though you're much older than when these standards were set. You're allowed to renegotiate your standards at any time. You're a grown up, right? And you're allowed to do that. Okay, let's get you guys some tarot. Tell me about my group 2. I feel like for the month of August, you should watch your diet. Be careful about food. Be careful around meat. I'm hearing like stomach aches, like food poisoning, things like that. Be careful about that, okay? I don't usually get stuff like that, but I'm just picking up on that. Also, you might up your fruits and vegetables and things like that. Maybe look into vitamins if that's your thing. But there's things about health here. Taking good care of yourself, drinking enough water, those kind of things, I think will be very healing. There's definitely an air of life purpose and prosperity around you. So if you are getting guidance to do things, write them down. I'm not sure right now is exactly the time to take big action, inspired actions, but I feel like it is time for definitely time to kind of write things down, to pay attention to things, and to make plans. Okay, the first card that came out for you is the Queen of Wands, and she is the most charismatic card in the deck. She can be, and this is energy, not gender, she can be very charismatic. She can be very fiery, feisty, spicy. She is the sexiest card in the deck, and she grabs attention. Okay, and I feel that with this take off energy, like something's about to take off probably quicker than you think. I feel that here, okay, with prosperity, life purpose. I feel like you, through all this work, you're getting into alignment with something that really is going to be fulfilling. We often focus on prosperity as money, okay, because we all need money, right? But truly, this is fulfilling at a soul level. This is you doing what you're meant to do, okay? Queen of Wands. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands for my group 2. Tell me more about this. Oh, that's several cards. That is several. I can't take all those. This one, though. We have the 3 of Wands here. Okay, give me these 2, okay? We got the 10 of Pentacles, y'all. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, let's get one more. Give me one more for my group 2. You have prosperity. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You guys, we have the 6. I feel like people are going to want to be more giving to you. They're going to want to give you more opportunities. There may be someone on the horizon. It might even be this Queen of Wands. Might be a Leo, a Sagittarius, could be an Aries. That there may be something coming together here for you in August, and it may have to do with your money. Career resources, could be family. Somebody may be more giving you more money, resources, or an opportunity here Um, Definitely feel like this Queen of Wands energy is shining, and we have the King of Swords. So we may have the King of Swords here that wants to give to the Queen. They're definitely considering it. They're definitely thinking about it. And there's a balancing coming into your energy. Okay. This feels like we have the 10 of Pentacles again. This is money, solid foundations, stability coming in on a big level. This can also be energy of family, building family connections as well. Tell me more about this 10 of Pentacles. Tell me more about the 10 of Pentacles here with the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like you may, if you work in a career where you can be tipped or people can give you money, like you work on commission or maybe you have an online platform, a business, I feel like people are going to want to give more to you. Okay. Okay. Give me another card here, please. We have the Three of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like you have had a lot of heartbreak in this area. Okay. I think you have had tremendous disappointment around money and your career. Some of you guys may have been pushing this. You may have been trying to make things happen, and it hasn't been the right time. It just the timing has been completely off because your money, your success is connected to this, your life purpose, what you feel driven to do. Not what your parents told you to do, not what your school teacher told you to do, but what you feel fulfilled doing. And that's where your fortune lies. That's where your happiness lies. And it feels like this is part of what's being healed, this brokenness here, this disappointment. And putting so much out. And I feel this. I feel this energy of like, I have done everything. I have tried so hard. I have, and you have. But the problem is that you've done it with perhaps a perfectionist kind of twist, or you've been very idealistic, and there's a need here to expand. I'm feeling Sagittarius, I'm feeling Jupiter energy. You need to expand and open up, okay, and allow new, fresh ideas, okay? Um, this what you're feeling is not failure. Understand that you're learning how to do something. You're learning which road is yours. You're learning how to make something happen by allowing it to happen, by following the things that make you happy. Doing what makes you happy will give you fulfillment, okay? And as you've witnessed in the world, there are many people with a lot of money who seem pretty miserable. And the next generation of people who are going to have a lot of money, we would like to see them not be miserable people and be people who can build major foundations for future generations, who can build things that will grow and help people and not just stack paper endlessly and needlessly, because there's more than enough for all. And you probably know that because of your life purpose. A lot of people, I feel like, who are awakening or have awoken in the last couple of years are going to be finding themselves kind of in this, the next few months, really coming into alignment with the bigger picture through the shadow work of answering questions about who they really are and who they really want to be and who they have been in the world, removing the illusions of life, their life. And, you know, when you have perfectionist issues, You're never good enough. You never get to feel the happiness of a victory. You never get to feel fulfilled because no matter how good you do something, it's never good enough because you're never perfect. And I'm going to tell you something, my love. You're not meant to be perfect because you're human. Human beings are not perfect. We are nature. We are natural creatures. And nature makes imperfect things. Our bodies are not made just like the anatomy books. A lot of us have little weirdness. Things that are off. I'll explain. I had a heart. They looked at my heart, okay, with this big echogram or whatever. And the text said, "Oh, you have a textbook descending aorta." Like when it goes, he's like, "It's just like in the book." And I sat there and I thought, well, isn't everyone's? Apparently not. So, yeah, most people don't have a textbook anatomy. We're all very imperfect according to the medical textbooks, although our bodies, they work pretty well with imperfect parts. So is the textbooks off? Like we have to allow for natural formations. So who's to say mine is perfect? You know what I mean? But anyway, we're all imperfect because we're natural human beings. And you have to allow yourself to be just a little human and imperfect. People will still love you if your hair is out of place. Okay, if you're really hot and kind of sweaty like me, because my room's really hot right now. If you mess up, if you disappoint them, the people who love you will still be there. If you're trying to go out and put something out there, part of putting something out there is learning. And we learn by sometimes messing up. It's not failure, it's learning. Okay. And right now in the world, things are really hard. It's hard to get a job. It's hard to keep a job. It's hard to know what kind of job should I go to college for, because it looks like to me the jobs are changing, and they are. Everything is changing, and it feels very chaotic and sort of scary. And the best thing you can do is honor yourself and commit to that honoring of yourself and not holding yourself to some kind of impossible standard, be it how you look, what career you're in, what your grades are, whatever. Of course, you want to do well in school, but you know what I'm saying. There are people who literally beat themselves up because they got an A minus instead of an A plus, which, if you're going to medical school and stuff, I get that. But still, you have to be in balance. You can't completely just beat yourself up. What is meant for you is going to be there. Okay? Nothing has gone wrong. I know it feels, especially with this card coming out, I know it feels like things have gone wrong. Like you've made the wrong turn, you've done the wrong thing. But honestly, nothing's gone wrong. You're right where you need to be, where you should be. And there's a peace in that. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. What I'm getting for you is that your spirits, your guides, your ancestors want you to know that they're going to be there. Okay? They're going to be there for you. But you got to believe it. You got to go all the way in. That's how it works. It's called faith, and it does work. But you got to commit to the act, okay? You can't halfway do it. That's how this universe works. That's how this reality works. You have to go all in and believe it for the magic to happen. All right? So believe in yourself and know that you're worth good things. You really are. All the cards are just falling off the table. They're all just falling off the table. Okay, let's get a few more cards for my group 2. Tell me about my group 2. Tell me about my group 2. Okay. This one right here keeps moving around. Fog. Obscurity, feeling lost. I feel that. Can't find my way. That's that shadow work. We have fruit, achievement, success. So we go from this to this. That is a long journey, isn't it? It sure is. But you can do it. You can absolutely do this. Success. Aligning with your life purpose, prosperity, the 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot of good energy here, but it is a journey. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and get $1 million check. Of course, maybe some of you could if you win the lottery, but for the most part, it's a long walk. And depending on where you are in your journey is how far you are from this. And it's a life purpose thing. Okay, it's a higher frequency kind of thing that's going to align you with the success that you want. It's not an empty thing. It's a meaningful thing. Potion, invigoration, and empowerment. Boom. Self-empowerment, self-validation is so important in the age of Aquarius. Being authentic, being yourself, removing the masks of perfection on yourself, on your career, on your house, on your life, and understanding that all those masks and ideas of perfection were lies. They were lies you were told were real. Someone made you believe that they were attainable. They never were, okay? It was an illusion to get you to do certain things, to fall in line. And you wake up and you realize, wow, it isn't real. And what I need to do is I need to align with what is best for me and what I want to spend the rest of my life focusing on and doing. What did I come here for? Did I come here to have a perfect pantry? Which can be fun, by the way. I kind of enjoy that, but I'm an air sign. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I here? These are the kind of questions that August is going to help you clear up, okay? But you have to be willing to drop the illusions. You have to be willing to get real about your need to have them be a certain way, the perfectionism, the idealism. And listen, I'm not accusing. We all have these ideas about perfectionism and idealism about life, about the way things should be. Okay, it happens as we're growing up. Our parents feed it to us, our schools, society. The thing is, when you wake up, it all shatters. And you see how messed up it all is. You see all the trash we create by mass consumership, how the whole debt cycle leaves people without places to stay and a lack of food, how we have a tendency to kind of no longer value our employees the way we used to, it seems. And there's just a whole lot of ideas that seem to be really enmeshed in perfectionism, idealism. And we have such a beautiful opportunity to expand what a beautiful world this could be. But it all starts with you. And you have immense potential for wonderful things. And don't you let anyone tell you different, because they're lying. They don't want you to blossom and bloom. A lot of times when people try to keep other people small, it's because they can never see themselves doing what you do. They feel threatened or they feel belittled or small because they see you doing something that they can't do, or they see the potential in you that they could never have. And I feel like it's good to kind of always be aware of that when someone tries to keep you small. Understand it's not really a reflection on you, it's a reflection on them. So you keep going, okay? You don't let what someone says to you keep you from attaining the things that you want in your life. And sometimes attaining the things you want is like a frozen pizza and a movie on a Friday night. That can be something that you want to attain. Life can be beautiful and simple, and sometimes it can be beautiful and complex, and sometimes it's chaotic. Okay, and we see that, right? It's about balance. And prosperity is meaningless when it is held as ransom. Prosperity is meaningless when it is not used to help others. Prosperity only means something when you have leaders who know how to give compassionately and know how to use the resources well. And I feel like group 2, you have this energy. You have this ability because your vision is shifting to you're going to have a bigger expanded vision of what that looks like to you, what what money and society and capitalism and consumership and perfectionism and idealism and all these things, what you really would like that to look like in the future, and apply that to your business, your career, what you want to do, the goals you want to achieve. But understand, you don't have to have super huge goals either to be on your life purpose. Sometimes being a caring and compassionate friend to your friends is a life purpose too. I don't want you to think that this is all about money and consumership. It's not. Life purposes are different for different people, and we all have different roles to play. And it feels like in August, you are aligning more securely with yours, and you are building a blueprint for your wealth and success. Okay? All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was an interesting and helpful reading for August. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the Magician, this is going to be your reading for August. These are going to be your August predictions. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so let's get into it and find out what's going on for you in August. I'm going to get a empath oracle for you. We have the Magician here, so manifesting, magic, you have everything you need to kind of get on with it, right? So I want to see what's manifesting for you, what's going on for you in August for my group 3. Okay, we have expressing artistic creativity. Beautiful. That's awesome. All right, we'll take that. That sounds good. Okay, what's this? We have offering my gifts. Boom. That's cool. Yay. We'll take that. That's good. I like that. I like to see that. Okay, let's pull one from here. Tell me more about my group 3. Tell me more. I feel like you're just walking in your creativity. You're just really embodying creativity. You've done the work. We have masquerade. No more. I feel this mass, and I don't think I've ever felt this with this card. Um, I feel like it's a party. It's not that you're pretending to be someone you're not. It's that it's a celebration. It's a party because now you are embracing your gifts. You're embracing your creativity. You're embracing your blessings, okay? With the magician here. All right. Woo, I like this one. Let's get some money cards. Okay, tell me about these gifts and money. Magician, what do we got going on? Tell me about these gifts and money for August. Okay, these kind of fell out. This one kind of fell out. Caution. Use caution when making financial decisions. Okay, so don't rush into anything. I think the focus for you in August is you being more creative, allowing your creative gifts to really come to the surface. Setbacks. Taking one step forward and two steps back. You may feel really blocked in money. Okay? Give me another card here. Tell me more. You may feel like maybe your checks haven't been as much. Maybe you haven't had as much money. Okay, we have designer. You're being called to tune into your individuality and express yourself. Okay? So, for those of you who have felt blocked around money, it feels like it's because you haven't been using your gifts. You haven't been using your artistic ability to its highest ability. Maybe you have been masquerading as someone who's not talented, but you are talented. Perhaps people have told you you're not talented. Perhaps you put yourself out there and you failed. There is a need for you to be cautious around money. I'm going to get a couple more money cards for you. It feels like money has really been an issue. And Gaia, trust that the universe has better plans than you do. This is super important to you, for you, and to you. Okay? You are going to be asked to follow your creativity. Okay? And for some of you, it may feel like a setback. Okay? And, you know, maybe you've been doing that and you haven't gotten the payoff. Perhaps it's cost you money. But understand that you are incubating. Okay? You're learning. You're growing. All right? And you're putting in the time and effort. It's going to pay off. By offering my gifts, it's going to pay off. I'm telling you. Expressing my artistic creativity. You are meant to express these gifts. You are absolutely meant to express the gifts and for you to get paid. For some of you to straight up get paid for your gifts. You have them for a reason. You don't have them to oppress them. You have them to express them. Okay? All right, let's get some more cards here. Tell me more about August for my group 3. Okay, we have Wayfarer, Contemplation, Search for Truth, Inner Guidance. I'm feeling like Tormented Artist. We have Peacefulness, Receptiveness, Manifestation. Boom. Are you not receptive? Are you not in your feminine energy? We all have feminine and masculine energy, your creative energy. Some of you in August, you need to reconnect with her, with your creative energy. Okay? Perhaps because of whatever's been going on in your life, you haven't had time. Perhaps you've been angry because you have had setbacks and you've had to focus on other things. And it's just something you've let kind of slide by because you've been so busy. Don't do that. Don't let your gift go. Don't let your gift go. It happens moment by moment. It fades. And then you have to just reconnect the whole thing. And it takes time. It takes effort. So stay with it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, putting it out there. Expand. Grow. Don't give up. Okay? Don't give up. Tell me more. Not that. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. I feel like in August, you guys are going to be receiving some creative inspiration, but I feel like it's going to be for a business or another income stream. And I don't feel like it's going to cost you a lot of money to start it. It may be like a Patreon or something, perhaps where you talk about your art or you start doing your art in front of people. It could be like Twitch or YouTube or TikTok. We have luxury and fertility and fruitfulness. Boom. That's beautiful. Y'all need to be good to yourself. You really do. You need to take care of yourself. You have such a creative mind and the ability to create really good things in your life, okay? I know this is hard, but you got this. Okay, you got this more than what you think. August is going to be a time where you may get really frustrated. Okay, the setback card keeps speaking to me, and it may be a really frustrating time. Ambition, the light of understanding. Ambition is important, but a lot of times ambition can take us down a very dark road where we start to care more about accomplishing things than the people on the path. And we can get it can become a very cruel path. And so the light of understanding helps us manifest a kind of success that is more balanced, where not only do we get to succeed, but others around us get to have some fruit of their labors too. I feel like some of you guys are building or have built, some of you have built like major foundations in your life to bring in wealth. And I have felt this in every group, which is really weird because I didn't necessarily start the readings for August thinking about wealth building. Okay. But all of it is connected to creativity and life purpose. The future, the age of Aquarius, really is about authenticity. It's about following what drives you and helping the collective, right? And people are going to be making money from these kinds of philosophies, as well as, the internet, AI systems, and things like that. And I feel like group 3, you may be a very forward thinker. You may have some ideas about AI or computer systems. You may be a forward thinker around art, and that doesn't have to be painting. Art takes many different forms. You may have ideas about a creative business or idea, and you may feel very disappointed at the setbacks you've had. I want to encourage you to not be, I understand frustration, but I want you to understand in divine timing. Timing is everything. And a lot of people poo-poo astrology, right? But I want you to know that many very wealthy people, many people in positions of power over hundreds of years, okay, decades, have followed astrology. And it has worked for them. And I feel like the next few months is going to be, as I've said, it's going to be a real learning experience for us personally and on a bigger scale. And it's shadow work. It's Aries and Chiron in the microwave in retrograde, and along with all the other planets that are in retrograde, they might as well all be in there, okay? Because basically they all are. That's what it feels like. There's a lot of them anyway. And so, we may have this feeling of just heaviness, burden. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have enough money. I don't know if I have enough time. I don't know if I'm the right person. All these doubts, working through the doubts. You may be working through your sense of self-confidence, your sense of self. You may be working through doubts because you can't have doubts when you're working on big things, okay? I can't say you can't have doubts. You can have doubts, but you do it anyway. You can't constantly doubt yourself at every stage of the game. At some point, you have to commit. You got to commit to the thing. I did not expect to get so many messages about wealth today, but that's what we're getting. So, I do think group 3 that there is a need here to get into receptiveness and your creative energy. And that can take time, especially with everything going on in the world, and if you haven't been in your receptive energy, your shadow work could be about this. Okay, let's get some tarot. We had one card come out. I'm going to go ahead and get all 5 of them. I'll put it up here so you guys can see me. Shuffle the cards. Can I have 3 more cards? Okay, there is that one. This one wants to come out. Okay, perfect. Okay, first of all, we have the Lovers. Okay, they're wearing bikinis. We have the Hanged Man. There's the Setbacks. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. And we have the Empress. Boom! Let's talk about these 5 of Cups and this Hangman. Well, there's your setbacks. There's the caution. Blocks. Blocks to creativity. Blocks to abundance. Blocks to moving on. I feel like in August there may be a lot of self-reflection on heartbreak, on grief. There may be some grieving here. Could be people, could be ideas and philosophies of what could have been, what should have, would have, kind of thing. And in order to kind of get out of this kind of sorrowful, grieving, I just feel this energy of like, I can't believe, I wish I would have. You're going to have to take a new perspective on things. You're going to have to turn around and see the other cups here. You're going to have to pay attention to these other cups. You're going to have to turn around, change your perspective, and see what you have. You need to be grateful in August. You're going to have to see what you have. They're touching my nose. The spirits are touching my nose. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. You're going to have to see what you have and be grateful for what you have. Okay? There's a healing that happens when we can look at the abundance in our life, even if we've been blind to it before, and see who has shown up for us, seeing what we have, the abundance we have. Sometimes it's just like going into your pantry and seeing that you have more than 2 cans of ravioli in your pantry. For some people, they don't have that. I know that's unusual for some people, but, having plenty is different for everyone. Okay. So I think it's really important that if you get frustrated, if you get with the setback energy, if you get overwhelmed by this, it's very important that you consciously move to change your own energy. With music, go outside, play with your dog, play with your kids, have a cookout, go to the beach, go to the park, watch a movie, read a book, but make a choice to change your energy. Start being responsible for your energy and don't just allow it to happen anymore. Be empowered by that. Now, it sounds easy, but it's not. Okay, it's not easy at all because it's very hard to turn around and see the cups, because when you're in the Five of Cups, you're in grief, you're in sorrow, you're in disappointment, you're in frustration, you're worried, you're tired. And it can be very hard to get the energy to turn around. So sometimes what you need to change your energy is rest, nurturing, stillness, kindness, compassion, those kind of things. So if you find yourself in a Five of Cups situation and you need to change your energy, it might be as simple as you need a nap. Are you a Taurus? You need a nap. Or perhaps you need to drink some water. It could be very simple that you just need to take care of yourself so you can see a better perspective. Okay. Because a lot of times when we've been in this for a while, our self-care has just boop, gone out the door because we have been so lost to our own sorrow, misery, and grief. Okay. So taking a new perspective is going to bring a lot of good things, right? We have the Lovers here, and it's not just a romantic card. It's one of knowledge of self, knowledge of another, a balancing of masculine and feminine energies, divinely guided. This angel here, the spirit guide. Some of you have a very special spirit guide who's watching over you, who's working with you right now. So for some of you, you have a grandma, a mima, mama, a Gigi, a Nana who's crossed over. She is a new spirit guide. You may have felt her in your house, around your bed. She's not the one looking at you at the end of your bed, though. Your Nana wouldn't do that. Your grandma wouldn't do that, okay? But she will watch over your kids for you, and not in a spooky way. Now, for some of you, you may have one of your children. This would be for someone who has a baby. Your baby may talk about her or goo goo gaga to her or laugh. She's there with the baby. Okay, babies can see spirits. They don't know that they're spirits. Okay, I see her. I'm seeing a vision of grandma with the baby in the what is that? High chair. Okay. And the baby's eating, and I see her there, and she's playing with the baby. Okay. That won't be for all of you. It's very specific. All right. But for some of you, there's a very, not, I think all of you have this here. Okay. You have some kind of guide or spirit or ancestor who is helping you. Okay. Heal. Okay. This Empress here. Healing energy with the Empress, Cancer energy. Also, lots of fertility energy, can I say. So if you're in a partnership and you're wanting to, August may be a good time, okay? But also, I'm feeling plenty, abundance. Abundance of self. Abundance of connection. Building the building blocks of that coming forward in August. And then we have the Eight of Wands here, something coming in very hot. And it feels like this Empress, Empress is successful. She has a kingdom and she's going to run it, right? And she runs it fairly in a nurturing and healthy way. And it feels like something's coming in for you, hot and heavy. I want to see what it is. For some of you, there may be love here. There may be something in love or sliding into love. I'm not sure I really talked about love with anyone for the month of August. But for you, we have the Lovers here. We have the Empress. And I feel like for some of you, there may be some confusion around love. I'm picking up on a love message. You may be in Queen of Swords here. You may have had a fight with someone, or you may be fighting with somebody love related. And there may be some sorrow here over what happened. It may be a situation where there's a lot of stagnation. There's not a lot of working together, working it out kind of thing. My nose is itching. Okay. And we have this Eight of Wands energy coming in, the Empress here. I feel like she's almost a fairy goth mother. Knight of Wands. It's like somebody's coming in. We have Justice and the Fool. It's like this could be your person or somebody new who's wanting to come in and have a new go. Start a new journey with you. Okay. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it feels like for some of you, this could be your person. And it feels like, tell me about this Fool with this Wands, this Knight of Wands energy coming in hot and heavy with Justice. You may have been drawn to group 1, by the way. Tell me about this card right here. We have the Chariot. They want to get some motion in the ocean. They want to get some motion on this new journey with you, with the Empress here. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, I feel like there was disappointment. There's some kind of disappointment that happened in this connection, and it has created some kind of stagnation. And perhaps it's that something happened and it made you feel like this person didn't care, or the relationship wasn't as solid as what you thought, and it's caused a pause. We have the Seven of Cups here. It's caused a pause. It's caused some anxiety. And it feels like this person is coming in, wants to bring in some balance here. There's judgment on this, karma. I don't like that. I don't like the karma term, but balancing of energies is coming in. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is going to be, okay, first of all, this may be an earth sign. It could be a water sign too, but water isn't pentacles. But this is some stability coming in to a situation that seems like there's some real disappointment, and some stagnation. And it's like this energy wants to bring in stability, wants to bring love back into it, romance even. We have the Ace of Cups, wants to bring a romantic touch to it with the Queen of Wands. Very attracted to the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups here. Here's the thing. I feel like this person was the Page of Cups here. It feels like they're not completely sure how to make this all happen. But it's almost like they're just going to go with it. They're just going to go with it. All right. I'll tell you what came out, and it's going to cause a tower. But look, this tower is the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's a good tower. It's a tower that is going to heal up this Five of Cups, this disappointment. If you've had disappointment in this relationship, it feels like it's going to be healed up. It's going to be very, very positive. I think for some of you, you may have wondered maybe if this person was serious or what they wanted, and it feels like they want longevity, and it's very positive. Now, for some of you, like they want to have like kids with you, because the Sun can often indicate the birth of a child, namely sometimes like a male child, masculine child, but it's very positive nonetheless. They want to build a foundation with you. Also, money. So, all right. Okay, group three, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful, insightful, and interesting reading. I enjoyed reading for you. I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.